Viewers, we are right here. You can see right behind me a plant. This is a processing plant, but exactly what is happening here, I cannot tell. This is Food and the Nation on ATV Yola, bringing to you the developments in respect to agriculture in Adamawa State and beyond. Stay tuned on the program while we bring to you details of what we have with us today. It will be educative and it will interest you to know the success story that we have today in the sector of agriculture. I am your presenter, Ibrahim Audu. Right with me on the program is an engineer that is installing this gigantic installation right here. You can see behind me, and we are going to see and know exactly what are the stages, what are the steps involved in what this plant is going to have for us. I will leave it in share. You might not know exactly what we have. Our viewers, as I just told you, you can see by my left is an engineer in person of Pius Ilolo. Right here with me, he is the master installer here. You can see he worked tediously to see that this thing you can see taller than us is installed and is put to use. Engineer Ilolo, what do we have right here?
Well, this is a seed cleaning and treatment plant. It is designed to clean all grains. It's a multi-crop processing plant for cleaning grains and for seed treatment, where you need to treat your seed before planting or treat them before storage. The main thing is that the seeds are cleaned, made to look bright and sharp, and also foreign matter free, stone free too. And then in that way you have added value to the seed. It will clean grains such as maize, rice, beans, granite, and even millet. So it's a multi-crop seed processing plant basically designed to clean and grade seed and also to treat the seed before storage or before planting.
That's interesting, Mr. Engineer Ilolo. Viewers, you may like to know exactly where are we speaking from. This is Kojoli Farm for you, bringing to you a latest development in respect to processing plant, which is a multi-processor that processes a lot of things that regards seed, as just the engineer just said. And stay tuned while we look now details strategically what is happening here today. Sir, as the MD, being the MD Kojoli Farms, what are the significance of installing seed processing plant like this in Adamawa State?
Thank you very much, Ishaku. Audu, is it?
Ibrahim Audu.
Ibrahim Audu. Sorry. Now, you know, when I retired, I went into farming, and my intention is to assist in the food security of this country. And specifically, I went into rice farming. And for you to have a good rice farm, you must have very good seeds. Not only for germination, but also quality and good seeds. I wanted to be a seed processor, and I approached the National Seed Council to be registered as a seed processor, and they gave me materials or items that are needed for seed processing, and this includes a seed plant. This plant you see here has been acquired from Alban Blanc of the United Kingdom. It can process 2 to 3 tons, 2.5 to 3 tons of rice per hour.
Okay, sir. Now that you've taken a step into seed processing and knowing the challenges involved in the marketing sector, how do you intend facing the marketing challenges and demand by farmers?
No, the demand is there. The recent survey by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development requires about 15,000 metric tons of seeds in the country. And this amount or this quantity has been spread all over the country. And the Kojoli farms was given 500 metric tons of rice process. We have already acquired the rice. It's already in our warehouse. And as soon as we finish installation of this machine, which will be in the next 2-3 days, we will start massive production of our seeds. We have 2 varieties, Faro 44 and Faro 44. These are the 2 types that we have. And we will very soon start processing.
Okay, sir. Now, how confident are you regarding the quality and the grading of seed that is going to be processed by this plant to meet the needs of our farmers or to boost agricultural production in the country?
You know, when we started, right from the land preparation, there has been a supervision by the National Seed Council. They have a representative in every state. So in Adamawa State, we have a supervisor who has been supervising our activities right from the land preparation up to the harvesting stage. And even the processing stage, he will have to come here and witness, so that to ensure we have a quality rice seeds. So the confidence is already that we have been following every demand of the National Seed Council in the process of our seeds. And with this machine, I think we are going to have a very good quality rice seeds for the benefit of our farmers.
Okay, Adamawa State as a host state where this factory or processing plant is being installed. Okay, what is your assurance as the MD of this plant, possibly in respect to the price of this seeds that will be processed? Can we say there is hope for a cheaper seed and quality seed at the same time?
Yeah, if you get quality, you don't expect to have cheaper this thing. When you have cheaper things, then you have bad quality. But we are assuring our farmers that the rice we are going to, the seeds we are going to produce here is of qualitative nature. We will not only process it, clean it, we will also grade the seeds, we will also treat the seeds. But treatment of the seed depends on the requirements of individual farmer. As you can see, we have the treatment plant here. It's also ready. And once the farmer requires us to treat it, because the moment you treat it, it cannot be used again as grains. It has to be planted. So we are assuring the Nigerian farmer, especially rice farmers, of qualitative seeds.
Okay, sir, what message do you have to the farmers in the country, knowing that the seeds that is going to be processed here is not restricted to Adamawa State alone, and possibly even neighboring countries are going to benefit? What is your message for the people in respect to the seed that is going to be processed and disposed to the people for their day-to-day activities on the farm?
For you to have a bumper harvest and a high yield, you need to have very good seeds. Seeds that will have about 98% germination. And this machine can give you 98% germination. So it's going to be qualitative. And let me also tell the farmers, it is not only rice that we are processing. This machine can process guinea corn, it can process millet, it can process soya bean, maize, and other grains it's going to process. So it's one of its kind in the whole of northeastern states.
Engineer Pius Silolo, can you tell us exactly the stages involved in the activities or the processing of seeds in this plant?
Okay, in this plant, which is a seed cleaning and treatment plant, the raw grains come into the plant, into the system, through this conveyor and this intake hopper. The grains is poured through this intake hopper to the conveyor, and so the conveyor lifts the grain up into a pre-cleaner. If you come over here, this is the pre-cleaner and that is the conveyor. It discharges into the pre-cleaner. The pre-cleaner is designed to remove large particles, such as you never can say some farmers could leave their leather shoes, slippers inside the bag of grains or some big stones. So it is the pre-cleaner that removes this. Such objects are collected here while the grains will move further into this equipment. This is an elevator. The elevator, just like the name implies, lifts grains upwards into the main cleaner. The cleaner up there has an aspirator that removes dust from the grains and screens that removes all particles that are smaller than the grains you are cleaning and also particles that are bigger than the grains you are cleaning. So that is the main cleaning unit up there. We will soon go up so that you can see how it works. As it does this job, the small particles are collected down here in sacks. As a matter of fact, we have started some production, and if we open this, you will see that there are some small light impurities here. This is it, impurities that came from one of the batch that we processed, small impurities. Now, while other large trash are collected here, from the cleaner, the grains fall into an indent cylinder. This is a new technology in separation of grains. The indent cylinder removes broken grains, half-size grains from the whole grains. Therefore, too, it will remove every other foreign impurities that are not of the same size with the grains you are cleaning. It is an added advantage when you are cleaning long grains such as rice, barley, and millet. The broken ones are removed even before it gets to a gravity separator. So if we move from here, the grains now move through this elevator. From the cylinder, it moves into the elevator, another elevator that delivers the grains up to the gravity separator. This is the gravity separator via another aspirator. A second aspirator to ensure that dust, not a single dust or light impurities, come out with the grains. The aspirator will remove such impurities and they are collected under this cyclone. We did some production process before, and I can show you a few of the trash that we collected. Now you'll see that these are light husk without seeds in them. They were aspirated off by the second aspirator. The grains here are very dry, and so some of the husks are falling off, and so you don't want any foreign impurities in this cleaning system. When it drops from the aspirator, it drops into a gravity separator. This gravity separator separates the seeds from stones that are of the same size with the seed that pass through the system, and it also grades the seed. It separates them by their weight. So you have full grains, half grains, and immature grains. When grains are immature, you don't want them to be part of the full grains, especially when you are grading seed for planting. So it is the gravity separator that will pick those immature grains out of the whole grains so that you can have good percentage germination, even up to 100%. So the grains that will be produced from this machine can have close to 100% germination, because the gravity separator will make sure immature grains and dead seeds are removed on this system. So it has a shaker and aspirator that does the separation. So when this separation is done, all heavy impurities such as stones are collected at this point, one point here, while the good grains further will fall into another elevator, which takes it high up. And up there, you will now decide whether it needs treatment or simply bagging. So there is a slide. If you want to treat the seed, you pull a slide and it will take the seeds to seed treatment. Otherwise, if you want to bag the seed, you pull another slide and it will discharge the seed into a bagging bin and a scale. We can now go over. Now, this is the bagging bin or the bagging hopper. It is fitted with a semi-automatic scale, and so the weight of everything you scale here will be even, will be uniform. So you put your bag underneath, you open your slide, and the grains are discharged. When it is 50 kilogram or 25 kilogram, depending on your preset weight, this is how it discharges the grains into the bag. When you get your preset weight, it will trip off, and so you remove the bag and you stitch, and it goes into the market. So,
okay, engineer, before I forget, at what percentage can you tell us before the bagging, at least there's that assurance of the percentage of purities or grading of the seeds? At what percentage can you assure the farmers they are going to get how pure their seed should look like?
When it comes to foreign objects, foreign matter in the grains, I can assure you this is 99% clean. I don't want to use the word 100 because nobody's perfect. There will definitely be no foreign bodies, foreign matter. When it comes to seeds for planting, we are even saying that our gravity separator will remove all immature seed, such that percentage of growing percentage, germination percentage should be close to 100. But nobody's perfect, so I won't say 100, but let me use the word 99% germination, because we are going to be able to separate immature seeds that do not grow. Now we are climbing up to the platform where we have the cleaner itself and the seed treatment unit. So as I explained earlier, this is the cleaner, and this is the elevator from the down that discharges the grains. That's the elevator that discharges grains into the cleaner. As they fall into the cleaner, there is an aspirator here that removes dust. The dust is collected at the bottom of this cyclone. Now, these are the sieves, the screen for cleaning. It's a rotary drum cleaner, and so it will be here for years, just walking and walking. You see, the screen have different sizes. At the beginning size, the rice will not drop off, but every impurity smaller than the rice will drop off here. So we'll pick them down as trash. At the middle section is the screen that will allow the rice or grains you are cleaning to drop off, and that is what now goes to the gravity separator, from where it comes to the seed treatment or bagging. Now this is the slide for adjusting or deciding whether to go for seed treatment or for bagging. The treatment tank will be placed here, which dispenses chemical, measured chemical. It will be measured to the seeds, and this is a mixer that will mix them and drop them to the bagging section where it will be bagged off for sale.
Okay, can you tell us exactly how this machine came about?
Yes, these machines are European standard. They are from Alvan Blanche, and then we process, in fact, the world's crop. Alvan Blanche is a UK-based company and is fully represented here in Nigeria because they have an office in Nigeria, and we are able to provide after-sales services. As a matter of fact, the Nigerian office covers the whole of Africa and, in fact, part of Middle East. So we have an advantage operating here in Nigeria.
Engineer Ilulu, can you tell us exactly what should be the expected capacity of this plant in respect to production?
Yes, this plant should be able to do 2.5 to 3 metric tons of clean grains per hour when you want it 99% pure, especially when it is for planting. Otherwise, if farmers bring grains here and just require that the grains be cleaned for maybe for storage purpose or for food purpose, I can assure you the cleaning plant will do 5 tons in an hour. So basically we are talking about 2.5 to 5 tons an hour, depending on the purity you want. The purest grain, to get the purest grain out of the system is 2.5 to 3 tons an hour.
Why do farmers need to process their grains?
Yes, farmers need to process their grains because it adds value to their grains. You remove impurities, you remove sand and you remove dust, and so what you have in your bag of rice is pure grains, and your price and the value now goes up. It is also important to clean them before storage so that the impurities, the sand, the dust do not affect the color of the grains, and also it does not introduce parasites into the grains. It makes them to sparkle, it makes them shiny, and it makes them look good, and then attracts better market. So this plant here does different crops, and farmers are advised to clean their grains before storage or before sending them to market so that they can get better value for their crops.
Okay, now, considering the significance of this plant, what message do you have for farmers in search for quality and graded seed for their farms?
Well, we are happy to note that this company, Kojoli Farms, have embarked on this beautiful project of bringing this equipment into this country and into this part of the country, especially where rice is grown, knowing fully well the federal government's commitment to the production of rice and their commitment to the fact that they want importation of rice to stop, such that all rice eaten in Nigeria will be locally produced. So it becomes very, very important and useful that farmers have such a facility in Nigeria here, where you can get first generation seeds for planting. So the farmers are going to benefit a lot when they have good, high quality seeds that will germinate 100%. And so when you are planting an hectare, you know your yield, you know what you are planting, and you know what you are getting. So I think it is kudos to the people of Kojoli town, to Adamawa state, and to the whole of Nigeria.
Viewers, having heard from the professionals and the MD of this plant, that is MD of Kojoli Farm, and Engineer Pius Ilulu, you've heard from him talking about stages involved, the contribution, the impact that is going to be set by this plant in respect to processed seed and quality seeds without impurities in the state and the country at large. It is on this note we are coming to the end of this interesting package of the program on seed processing plants and stages involved, right here from Kojoli in the part of Adamawa State. I am your presenter, Ibrahim Audu. Thank you for watching. Keep it with us next time, same date on the program. Thank you. Bye-bye.